Hi, my name is Albert Gordon Ellison, but please call me Gordon. I want to tell you a little bit about myself, a story that led into this whole journey of mine. When I was younger, at the age of 6, I had a gentleman that used to come to me on my birthday and tell me that at the age of 26 I was going to die. Each year repeated till the age of 25. When 26 came, I didn't see this gentleman. But I remember being underneath the car at that time. While I was working underneath the car, I heard my name being called 4 times. I looked around and nobody was there in the garage, but me and the car. I then felt someone grab my ankles and I blacked out. The next thing I remember, I was on a plane, looking out the window, and the male steward came up to me and asked me if I'd made up my mind yet. I turned to him and very nonchalantly said, yes, I did. I decided to stay. At that moment, I felt the breeze and the car just missed my head. From that point on, I decided that there must be more to this world than just the physical world we live in. The supernatural and the paranormal. I made it a personal journey of mine to find out who it was that did that to me, spoke to me, helped me out of that situation, and where the man had gone. Now my own personal journey takes me further and further in depth with things I can't explain. The background in psychology and counseling that I have tried to help me to prepare for this whole idea, this whole world that we live in, and to find out the explanations and the things that I can't explain and how they came about. I've been traveling to the US and to Canada where I can work freely because of my native status, and I want to find out and ask the questions that people are afraid to ask. I'm the perfect candidate for this position because of my love, my interests, my integrity, that the things I want to find out is the truth. No bells and whistles, no special theatrical things added to it, but just what we understand as human beings. I need to find the truth that's out there, and I invite you to join me on my personal journey of discovery. Thank you. Here's a few other clips of a couple of my friends, Paul and Rita, from 91.7 Giant FM, Paul Wainwright and Rita Carey, Jim Carey's sister, in fact. Have fun.
My good friend and adopted brother, psychic, Gordon Ellison from Fort Erie. How are you, Gordon?
Not too bad. How are you doing, Paul?
Good. Okay, you got time for some quick predictions?
I sure do, yeah.
Will the Leafs make it to the playoffs?
Absolutely not.
Of course. Will I start making lots of money?
No, not before I do.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Oh, not doing well.
Will I ever meet Rita Carey's brother, Jim?
Not before I do. But you will meet him eventually.
Oh, I will. Okay, you asked me earlier if I believed in the paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
And my answer is no, not until I met you.
Okay.
Did I believe in channeling? No, not until I met you.
Read on it there. If the information's for you and it resonates with you,
yes,
then that's what's important.
Well, one of the biggest things that you said to me when you read me was that you said number 13, that I think it was Samuel had said to you that the number 13, you didn't know why he was saying 13, but that 13 was the number he wanted you to. Do you understand what that means? And since my son passed away, that's the only number I ever see. Maybe at my boat or whatever, and sit there and do a few people.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Psychic readings in a thong. I can't wait.
It's a new reality show.
Do me a favor and come back here and tell me about the ghost that lives in our building.
I'll tell you about the gentleman that's been in the building there and has actually been calling me out here, this Thomas gentleman, sure.
Okay.
Back here. Forgive the rock music. The station monitor's back here on the transmitter.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, see, right here, I can't go any further because I have a gentleman. His name he's referring to himself as Thomas. He's talking about, this is my end of the building. He's referring to about this part. And it's not that the structure is his, but there is a place, a building that, he said the shed was here. He's talking about this area, this farm area that was here that belonged to him. And he still thinks in his mind that this area is still much alive to him in a sense. It's not that he's stuck, but this is where he wants it to be all the time. And it just happens to be in this area the same dynamics of the radio station. It's not that the electrical is pulling him this way here, but he does feed off this sometimes. Because sometimes, if you have some type of monitor to watch it, you'll find this drains once in a while. And then the radio station sometimes skips a process where everything seems like it shuts off from it and it comes back on.
Yeah.
Because once you start respecting me, I'll pay it back.
What's he look like? How old is he?
He's an older gentleman. He's talking about being 49. He died when he was 82 years old. But he had rheumatitis. He's talking about his hands being really tight. And my one big concern from that is with his knuckles. And he's talking about this with his hands, talking to his hands out.
is. But he didn't die of starvation. He just died of a quiet death, he called it. He said fell asleep. And he fell asleep outside the house,